What's going on, everybody? Sorry for the delay. I know I said 9 p.m. Eastern, and I am live 9:41. So yeah, I had some things that got me delayed in real life, so I apologize. Couldn't get to the computer in time, so everything is like last minute right now. But I am here now, and it's good to see you. Meeting Wellness in there. How's it going, Christy? Eunice. Sorry, Eunice. I apologize again, everybody. So we are going to dive into today. We're going to talk about my results after 6 months, after 180 days of doing carnivore, and we'll talk about the journey and all that stuff. And I will try to get in here and share. Like, we'll look at sharing maybe some. Let's see here. I kind of look at. Try to get some stuff queued up here while we're talking and while you guys are filing in here. Hopefully, I see a few people coming in, so I appreciate you all. Again, I know I got a little bit of a late start, but so. I don't even know what to make of that, but that's okay. It's all good. All right. So, how are you guys doing tonight? I hope you're having a good day as well. But let's get on with it, shall we? I know you guys are here to find out about my results and maybe talk a little bit with me. So, okay. So let's get everything done. Like, let's just start. Well, first of all, I guess it would help if I had my my act together tonight, right? Like I said, guys, I apologize. Tonight has just been one of those nights where I was looking forward to the stream like all day, and then all of a sudden, the last minute, life happened. One of those type of things. So yeah, it's all good though. Right now, I'm just kind of getting my weigh in loaded and all that stuff. All right. But yeah, I'm glad to see you guys coming in here. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody. Like, you guys have been amazing. A lot of you guys, even if you're not here right now and you're watching this on replay or something, I just want to say that you guys have been amazing support for me. I know that I don't always see some of the same names from when I first started, but I also see a lot of some names from the beginning times. So I appreciate you that's been sticking around. Some of you have been coming and going every so often. Some of you are daily. It don't matter. All of it helps, and I really appreciate each and every one of your support. I really do. And some of you, I've been meeting new people along the way, and it really helps. It does. Carnivore can be a very lonely world. And I think you can do it on your own, and some people can, but being a part of a community, whether, and I look at it like, it's like here with my weight loss diary, it's not just us as a community, but like everybody, like other people's channels. I'm part of their channels or other things. So like we're all one community, and we all have like our little, you know, safe spaces or little places we all go to every once in a while and hang out. And that's what I'm talking about. As a large group, I'm proud of us, and it really is nice for all of us to be together. Now, remember, in the chat along the way, if you guys have any questions you want me to talk about, all kinds of stuff, you guys know I'm pretty much fair game when it comes to lives. I let you guys talk about like personal things, whatever you guys want to know. Like I said, right now I am sort of download. I thought I had more stuff ready. Apparently I don't. That's kind of weird. I thought I had more stuff. Oh, you know what? That's because I looked in the wrong place. I did have this downloaded, but it's in the wrong spot. See? That's what happens. So yeah, I am. Where's that at? Okay, here we go. This is probably something here. No, there we go. But yeah, I'm gonna get some stuff up here so you guys can kind of see. So, I guess first of all, let's take a quick look at. Let's look at like the beginning to where we are now, and a little bit of middle. How's that? So there we go. A little bit of beginning and middle and yesterday. So that's kind of where we're at with everything. You can definitely see a difference in 6 months. So not bad. Not bad. I can, it's harder for me to feel good about myself. I do feel good about myself, but it's harder for me to always see some of the changes. But when I see pictures like this and I see, the differences for sure from the beginning to now, I mean, this is peak me at my heaviest. And of course, where I'm at yesterday. Now, let me look at here. Let's look at bringing in the weigh-in guys. So we, or me, I should say, not really we, because you guys aren't right. It's not you guys for that weighed in. But I'm trying to pull up some stats real quick. Hold on here. I want to bring up my last stats. I was gonna have them wrote down, and I screwed up and I didn't. I ran out of time today, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see here. All right. So last time, let me pull this over here. And where's let's get that comparison photo up here. But let's see. So last time, as of day 150, now remember, we're at 180. Thanks, Jose Mama. So as of day 150, remember, I weighed in at 256. And of course, my measurements, we'll go through the measurements here, but let's just start with weight. So weight-wise, I'm going to pull up the video because you guys know I like to show you the video. I don't like to just tell you, and because you could always doubt me. You could always be like, I don't know if he's telling the truth. There you go. There's me weighing in, and it's 247, guys. 247 is what I weighed in at. Again, I'm going to play it for y'all. Boom. 247 is where the needle fell. And that's exactly the same calibration from last time. So, I didn't adjust anything on the scale or whatever. So never mind the bit of toilet in there, but I weigh myself in the bathroom, right? But there you go. 247, guys. So last time I was at 256, so I'm down 9 more pounds. That did slow down from 30 days ago. I've been on kind of the same pace every 30 days, roughly. This is the first time after 30 days I slowed down a little more. Let's get into some measurements. That way you guys can also see some of that. I'll bring up that photo again. There. But let's talk about some measurements, shall we? So last time my neck was 17 3/4. This time it seems to be 17 1/2. So I only lost like 1/4 of an inch off my neck. My chest last time was 49 inches. This time my chest measured at 49 inches. So I didn't really seem to lose anything off my man boob area, like my chest, right? Waist last time was 53.5 inches. This time 53 inches. So it seems like I only lost a half an inch on my waist. And hips went from 45 inches to 44 inches. But again, Hips is kind of a weird measurement for me because the way I have to measure my hips and my gut and reaching around, all that stuff. And, I don't really have any help, but it really seemed like I was getting about 44 inches. Last time was 45, so I may have lost a little more off my hips. I want to lose more off my waist, but so again, you can see my measurements aren't the greatest. Chest the same, waist slightly, neck slightly, hips slightly, 9 pounds lost. So I did continue to lose. So let's talk about why. Let's think about why I probably slowed down this last month. I don't want to say I'm disappointed because I'm still going in the right direction. So I don't want to say I'm disappointed. Do I want to lose weight faster? Yes and no. I'm not going to stress too much. I don't want to push myself unhealthy. I want to continue to eat and feel comfortable and do those things. Now, I can tell you over the last 30 days, I would say after I weighed in, after day 150, I started having more cheese again. I started having more dairy, right? I think that was something that it was a big factor. Only in the last week, you guys notice I was starting to eat a lot more just steak and even the hot dogs, whatever, just like meat, right? So I personally think I probably, if it wasn't for this last week, I probably would have only lost like 5 pounds or something, But also one thing that I kind of was screwing up on is I was not listening to myself. Okay. I wasn't listening to my hunger, right? So what I was doing is once I weighed in after day 150, I'd be watching TV late at night and I would start feeling the old late night snack craving stuff. Now, what I mean by that is like I wasn't hungry. It was just a habit, right? It was like a habit to just it was like a habit for me to go, oh, it's late at night and it's after midnight. I'm watching, like TV and the old habit of, hey, make a snack plate. So I'd be grabbing cheese and, sometimes whatever and like pork rinds and dip and stuff. So, like I said, the snacking, the extra cheeses, and the being more generous with the cream and the sour cream, those type of things is what I believe just slowed me down a little bit. But also, again, eating when I wasn't hungry. So I'm adding more calories. I know we don't count calories, but I'm just saying we're adding more food into our body that we really don't need. So, of course, our body's going to be like, okay, I didn't really need that. I'm going to store it. I'm going to store some fat. Like, that's the simple way to look at it, right? So, oh yeah, and Atkins Kiwi, like I get it. I appreciate it, for trying to make me feel good. Atkins, Kiwi said, hey, 9 pounds a month, is great. As long as it's steady and consistent, you'll be down another 50 pounds in the next month. Consistency gets results. And you're right. And I will. And I'm going to get there. Like, I'm going to hang in there. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to give up. I will say that over the next month, I'm going to be eating a few more recipes. I will be having some dairy throughout this month because, again, I don't know if some of you may or may not have caught it some of my other videos, but my roommate who just moved down here he started Carnivore a few days ago. So, okay, this is what I need to explain to you guys. So some of you are like, hey man, don't give him spices. Like if the spices, give you aches and pains, it's going to give him aches and pains. But here's the thing. You got to remember what it's like when you first start, you have a ton of white noise in your head, right? Or your body. And when you first start, you're cleansing all that out and you start listening to, a smaller portion of chemicals in your body. So, but like I know for myself, having a good transition, having some spices sometimes, like some garlic powder and onion powder, like salt, pepper, hot sauce, just certain things really can help that transition. And what a lot of is once you start getting like that, probably month 5, month 6, you naturally really start to want to cut back some of those flavorings and things like that and start getting more toward, like, I'm catching myself every day now leaning away from cheeses and all types of stuff and really going more toward just meat and even salt. So, he'll get there too. Remember, he's starting out. So over this next month, I'm going to make a few dishes. Tonight, we had a chicken Alfredo pizza, and it's not a lot of meat. I know that I'm going to be hungry probably a little later tonight, maybe even tomorrow. So like I get it. And I've got steak. I've got steak in the fridge for tomorrow. So we're gonna have some steaks tomorrow. I got burgers for Memorial Day Monday. We're gonna have some burgers and hot dogs, So we will be having meat a lot of like every day. Don't get me wrong. But today was kind of a fun, like, hey, and I wanted to show him, a little variety at first right now. So, but anyways, so yeah, I mean, like results wise, um, again, I'm not fully disappointed. I think I just feel like, the only thing I'm disappointed about is just that I got away from truly listening to my hunger and giving into the boredom type stuff of, oh, late night snack, and I think this is something I want to talk about. I think it's important because this is what the live's about, right? It's a chance for us just to cover different subjects and talk and hang out and me be candid. I would love to say that Carnivore reversed my depression fully. I would say Carnivore has helped my depression big time. Okay, it has. But life and everything else, the depression still comes around. And instead of turning to candy or like basically sugar, carbs, and burying myself in food, I think in this past month, I was leaning into carnivore friendly foods like cheese and things. But it doesn't necessarily mean that that's healthy for you to bury yourself in a bunch of cheese and, pork rinds and sour cream and stuff like that, and that's where I think I was kind of screwing up, was still just starting to eat a little too much, even though it was in the carnivore safe lane. I still was starting to eat too much and using that for some of my depression. So I started getting away from that, getting back to the meats, and I'm feeling better. And like I said, those type of things are helping. So I just wanted to cover that because I feel like it's important that I want to give people a perspective of reality. Like, I don't want people like, especially newer people going into carnivore that might be watching this. I don't want them to say, well, everybody says like everything gets reversed and they're all happy and everything. It sounds like, sunshine and rainbows every day. But I don't want that to always. I want you to know that yes, carnivore is amazing. Yes, it's great. It does live up to a lot of the things it says, but you're still going to have your moments where, it's just life. You're going to have a little bit of ups and downs within that awesome time frame. So, like I said, I don't have nearly the bad type of depression I used to have. I don't have dragging ass days where I'm just dragging my butt around. But I have days where my energy is slightly on the lower side, but it's not dragging ass days like in the old sad diet days. Like I said, it's more nitpicky. So, but I just want you guys to have some realistic perspective on what you can expect, Do I still fight certain cravings? Yes, but not physically. They're like old mental habits. One thing you have to remember is think about it, guys. We have spent our lifetime programmed to associate food with a lot of feelings, smells, all these great things. So the holidays come around, the smells of the holiday, the food, the desserts, all of that is wrapped up in this lump packages, right? And so you smell something Christmassy and you're like, and all of a sudden instantly there's like all the cakes and ice creams and candies and the Christmas dinners and all of that can hit you. And every holiday we celebrate. When people graduate, when they have birthdays, we have cake and ice creams, we have cupcakes, we have celebratory foods. We toast drinks and alcohol and all these things. So for many of us, we have deep seated, triggers. So that's why when I hear some of these people say, "Oh, like after 2 weeks, you won't crave the foods you used to crave." I mean, it's kind of bullshit, to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. I don't agree with that. I think physically you won't crave stuff. I don't have physical withdrawals anymore. That stuff went away in the beginning. They're right about that. But there's triggers. I walk into a store right before the pre-holiday season and they have the new candies that come out and it's like those are triggers for me because I was a big sugar addict. So I walk into a store and guess what, I see the new candies that came out and sometimes they come out with new ones and it's like, and there's that instant thought of, ooh, hey, and then there's the instant split second after that when I go, oh, that's just all tasty poison. Like I do combat it. And that's the way I've been reprogramming myself is now when I'm around it, I've programmed myself to have that pop-up thought going, that's all tasty poison. Like it's like antifreeze. It's tasty poison. Okay. But it doesn't mean that the devilish thoughts pop in there real quick. And that's what I want people to understand. Like if you're doing carnivore, those thoughts, those temptations will hit you. They're still going to come back even months later. There's social pressure. Every time I go to an event and maybe my work, maybe my company, maybe they're hosting lunch or luncheon or something, and they're feeding people. They're giving everybody free tickets for a food truck that's out in the parking lot. And when there's nothing I can really enjoy, after, multiple meetings, you almost feel like you want to give in sometimes. And you're like, God, I can never, everybody's having fun and they're all bragging about the food and, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of social pressure to give in too. But again, you have to stay tough and say, no, and it's all tasty poison. And I start to feel sorry for for people. And I'm like, man, they're eating this poison and you can't do anything about it, because, obviously if you start talking about it, you're going to be that weird person. So Chris says, I agree regarding what you said about social pressure to indulge in sugar. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, we celebrate so many things in life with food, so many emotions. I used to cook with emotion. I cooked with love. That's what we cook with love. One of the things that I could make my family happy was cooking and making them happy, like with my food, because other parts of life, we'd maybe fight, like I'm fighting with my son about his school, fighting with my wife about our relationship stuff and things. That's why I'm, getting divorced now. That's why I'm here in my own house. But all those pressures, but one common thing was when I would cook and we're all at the dinner table together as a family and people were happy for that brief moment in time. So again, there's so much pressure and so much emotion and triggers that we tie to food. It's hard when you go carnivore And especially if you're the only one in the family, because now you don't even have that in common. So it's like you can't even make people happy. I mean, you can still make them food if you want, but I'm just saying food plays such an important role, and it's so deeply, I mean, all the way back to my childhood. There's times I walk into certain places and I have certain smells, and it takes me back to childhood and those comfort foods when you're a kid, or your favorite, your mom or your grandma's, pie or cake or certain foods that they used to make, and it just takes you back to those times. And you just keep thinking in your head, like, well, would it hurt? Maybe I could moderate again. There's so many bad thoughts that still run through my head even after 6 months. But because I feel so good every day, and I don't want to go back to the way of feeling achy and I have to constantly remember that sometimes. So I just want you guys to understand that, and I want to be real. I really want to be real with you guys. So if you're watching this, you understand that, look, you're gonna have to battle some things. If you're like me. Now, some people didn't have those huge emotional ties to food, but I'm like a classic fat guy, right? I'm the guy here on the left, right? I'm the classic fat guy right here. In fact, the bowl you see in front of me, I'm doing like a noodle challenge, because I used to do the noodle challenges and the spicy stuff sometimes. So I'm doing like a noodle challenge, and I've got some milk, and but like the fat guy mentality, I tied a lot of things to food emotionally. So, but carnivore, on a positive note, what carnivore has done for me is replaced all of that, where if I do get hungry, if I do get cravings like hunger or something, and there's something I want, I can stay within carnivore lane, eat something, and I'm full. That's what is so nice about it. And that I don't have the stomach bloating. I don't have, so I don't want to embarrass my roommate, but this, I want to use this as an example, right? And this is not meant to embarrass anybody, but this is like a difference between a sad diet and carnivore. So some of you that's been following me for every day for the last month, that I moved in about a month ago. For the second half of April, I moved in on my own. Well, like, my roommate moved Friday night. He came in Friday evening. Well, when he came in Friday evening, there was just like about a third of the toilet paper left on the roll, like about a third of the roll. And then that night he changed it out. He was like, hey, there's toilet paper, like it's under the sink. He changed it out. And then my son came over, like, was it Monday or Tuesday night? He stopped by Wednesday night. He stopped by Wednesday night, and it was like, he stopped by Wednesday, and my son had to change the toilet paper roll. So it's like, just from Friday evening to Wednesday night, we went through a whole nother roll of toilet paper. The point I'm making is that roll, when my roommate moved in, that third that was left, that was the same roll of toilet paper I had for almost a month. Okay. So it shows you the difference between how much bathroom activity one person has on a sad diet versus somebody that has a carnivore diet. Now, again, my roommate's now on carnivore for the last couple of days, so he's going to be doing the go to the bathroom thing, though, those days. But I just wanted to point that out, because I feel like, that's another positive, that I don't have to go to the bathroom all the time, and, all those things. In fact, I just went poop again today, and it'd been like 3 days since the last time. And when I went poop, it was normal. So people that fear that kind of stuff, like, oh man, I'm going to go on carnivore and I'm not going to ever have normal poops again. That's not true. You will. Have I tried carb cycling? Well, I'm not doing anything carb related, to be honest with you. I may consider priming, um, I may do priming. I haven't decided yet. Again, I kind of feel like a lot of what happened in the last 30 days again was dairy and snacking, eating more when I didn't need to and things like that. I think that's what slowed me down, but I'm still doing good. Like I feel like if I actually stall and I don't have any loss, if I don't have any measurement drops, um, and weight drops, then I may look at changing something up. But so right now, oh, I'm sorry, Eunice. I know Eunice, you were there earlier. You were there. I saw you, and I apologize. Well, I didn't see you at first because I was late. So I apologize, Eunice. That was my fault. I was supposed to be here right at 9 o'clock, and life got me delayed. But yes, we're gonna I'll go over the results again since some of you had popped in a little late. And like I said, we'll talk a little bit more. So again, you guys can see right here, this is my beginning and middle and current sort of pictures I threw together for you all. You guys have been staring at that for the longest time. So weigh in. And I did do, if you want to actually watch the video of me weighing in, you can go back and watch the video. But it is going to be my new weight is 247. So my last one was 256. I'm now down to 247. So I dropped another 9 pounds. That makes a total of 68 pounds since carnivore. For 68 or 6 months, I lost 68 pounds. So there you go. My neck, I lost 1/4 of an inch. My chest was the same. Waist, I lost 1/2 an inch. Hips, I lost an inch. So again, yeah, all together, 68 pounds. Again, no pre-diabetes anymore. My skin stuff has almost all healed. And now it's just a matter of getting some color back in my skin. But I've pretty much got rid of all of the skin blistering and stuff that was happening on my legs. That's all pretty much gone now. I've been sleeping laying down. I haven't woke up with any snoring problems. I haven't had any snoring complaints. My roommate's like, hey, so my sleep apnea seems to be gone. What else? But yeah, just with losing weight, I've been able to do all the things a little bit easier now with bending over, picking stuff up easier, not having to stress about. And I was even just talking to my roommate about this too. It was like, if I was driving in my car and I dropped something on the floorboard of my car, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it until I had to wait until I got to my next stop and then get out of the car and turn around and get, I couldn't, with my gut and everything else, I just couldn't do it. Now, if I drop something on the floor, I'm able to lean forward more and I'm able to actually pick things up off the floor and, with in the car, if that makes sense. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's like fat guy stuff, I'm able to wear a normal belt, not a stretchy belt anymore. Little things like that just make life so much better. But yeah, those are my results so far. Again, Atkins says after 6 months, your weight loss, it will slow down and even plateau for periods of time while your body adjusts. Don't obsess with the number. Let's go. Well, and you're right. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't fully stress. My biggest thing, I think, is the waist measurements, because if you guys look on the picture here in the middle, like my gut, that's the worst because my gut, and I was explaining this before. I think what depresses me the most, okay, and about myself is that my gut, because, okay, The last time I weighed 240 some pounds, right? Do I have the charts for you guys? Remember, I told you guys I'm a professional yo-yo dieter, and I had the charts. I had like 13-year history or 11 years, something like that. Basically, I have over a decade history of my weigh-ins. And do I have those charts on me? They got to still be here, I would think. I was trying to see if I could find those charts for you guys, because if I could pull up one of those. Maybe I didn't have it in. I don't know. I was just trying to see if maybe I could find them. I don't see them. I know I shared them. Like I thought I would have. I thought I downloaded them then, unless I deleted them or something, thinking I wasn't gonna use them again or something. Huh. All right. Well, sorry about that. I thought maybe unless they're in the alternate downloads. All right. So, anyways, so the last time, just to kind of cut to the chase, the last time I weighed 247, I looked differently. I think I looked better, and my gut was different. So, that's what stresses me out, is like that's what I don't like about myself, because in this last year or something, when I gained that final stretch of weight, it's like my gut broke. It's like the bottom of my gut broke, and my belly fell and was like overhanging instead of like just out. Does that make sense? And like, so now my gut flaps over my waist, and I hate that. It's like gross to me. I hate that. So yeah, Eunice, whatever. This is what Eunice said. Sculpt your body with elastic bands. Just planking will work your core. Q. I love you, Eunice. Ain't gonna happen. Sorry, guys. I ain't doing core work. You know why? Because it's work. You guys know how I feel about working out. You know, I'm trying to do this the laziest way possible. No, I'm not asking you for your sympathy. All I'm saying is, but no, like I'm saying, like that's what I want to see reduce more. Is my waist. And yes, I know I can do that with ab exercises and stuff, and things like that would help. But you know, it'll get there. But that's what I like the most. Weightlifting, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do. In fact, me and my roommate were talking about getting like a weight bench, just to do some basic exercises and stuff. To I don't have a lot of time, to be honest with you guys. I work 3 jobs. I have like a 9 to 5 kind of job, so to speak, and I have a second evening job, and then I do filming for my third job. Some of you know I have a TV show, I film, and we're getting ready to start filming season 2. So I have like no time. So working out, to me, it's like I don't really want to. What little bit of time I have, it just don't fit in my schedule. Josh, how much have you lost since you started the diet? 68 pounds. So again, I started out at 315. 3. You don't want it bad enough. 5 minutes here, and the plane will make it. I know Eunice. Eunice loves to. She stays on me. That's okay. I don't mind that. Like, I don't mind that, Eunice. You gotta try to keep me in check. I get it. What's your channel for the paranormal stuff? uh, my paranormal stuff you can really find more on Paraflix. It's a streaming platform. It's like $4 a month, and if you get Paraflix for a year, you can use TEPS25. That's the code, TEPS25. But yeah, I that's where you find a lot of my stuff is on Paraflix, and then I have a YouTube channel called The Everything Paranormal Show, but it's not. I don't really keep up with it a lot. I'm gonna start doing some more stuff on it, but I film for Paraflix, so that's where all my money and that's where like the guest appearances and that's where all the touring and all that stuff goes, just all through Paraflix. So YouTube is just kind of like and there's a lot of fakers on YouTube. But I started out weight wise. My initial weight was what was it, 315.4 pounds is what I started out the beginning of my journey. And that's why I was saying the beginning of my journey. And then now I'm at 247. So 68 pounds total, and I got a lot more to go. I would like to eventually see myself at least. I would love to break 200. If I could get under 200 again, I haven't been under 200 in some decades. So I would like to get there, and I will. So okay, so let me kind of cover a little bit of my plan, right? So some of my plan is over the next 30 days. Again, I'm not going to stress too much. I'm going to kind of let my body do whatever it needs to do. And again, like I said, with my roommate, we'll see. Like he's going to go through his first 30 days. And so I'm going to make certain variety of foods and stuff like that. Now, after that, I'm going to be getting back to, I'm actually going to go a step further than what you guys have been seeing me do for the last 6 months. I'm actually really wanting to get into doing the lion diet: meat, salt, water. Now, I may look at like 2 eggs a day, because I know even some of the people that do lion diet still will sometimes incorporate some eggs. So I may do like a couple of hard-boiled eggs, and then at night, steak with salt or beef and salt. Either ground beef and salt or steaks and salt. And that's what I'm thinking about doing, because that's what I'll start this last week. I was really starting to get into, as you guys know, I was talking about spices and how spices can actually give you fatigue, like food fatigue, and people mistake it for, getting tired of eating meat when actually it's the garlic powder and onion powder. But when you just have the salt and the meat, you never get sick of it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really want to start going, because that's what I was getting towards. And lion diet was like really nice. Beef and lamb does it for you. Nice. Oh, and lamb. That reminds me. So I've I haven't had I've had like gyros in the past, right? Like lamb gyros, but that's like shaved like kebab style lamb meat. But now I saw some lamb steaks at Kroger's. There was some at Kroger's, because sometimes like some places don't have like good lamb selection. Kroger's right up the road from me has some lamb steaks. So I'm thinking about picking up a couple lamb steaks and trying a lamb steak. Now, these aren't lamb chops. These are like lamb steaks. They kind of look like, like a sirloin or like a ribeye or something. So what tip do any of you have for making a lamb steak? Should I make it the same way? Like, should I make like a hot pan, salt, sear everything, temperature, should I make it the same as a steak? Or is there something else I should know? Do I need to have some other kind of like weird shit with it? I don't know. I mean, some of you are going to know. Farmer Joe, you said you do lamb. But yeah, I'm thinking about trying the lamb steaks a little bit. I mean, they're still not as cheaper as some of the other stuff. Like I said, I've been trying to do either chuck steak or some top sirloin with some butter on top. Those have been really good. I got some sirloins for tomorrow. that I'm can't wait. I was gonna have them tonight, but like I said, we ended up having the chicken Alfredo pizza. But if you guys have a tip on lamb, pop it in the comments. Farmer Joe says, I cook my steak and lamb together in the air fryer. God damn with the air fryer. Guys, I don't have an air fryer. Fuck. You're killing me. You're killing me. Yes, I know I need to get one. I know, guys. Okay, I'm not making money right now. I mean, I want to get the Ninja Dual air fryer, like the one I see a lot of, carnivores use, the dual air fryer one where you can independently do the stuff. So if you give me a recipe, I want to know iron skillet, damn it, or oven, either oven or iron skillet, because that's what I got. I can fry it up in a pan. I don't even have my grill right now. So it's either going to be an iron skillet or oven. But yeah, you said you air fry it in the same times, but I go loin chop. Okay, well, I don't know what cut of lamb this is. I just saw they had it as like lamb steaks. I don't even know what cut it was. It just looked like a steak and it said lamb. And I was like, oh, cool. Here's some lamb. I might try it next time. But I didn't buy it. So, but I'm interested, I know there's other cuts of meat. I've never had, like they have bison stuff. I don't know if that's too lean. I know turkey's lean, turkey, chicken, obviously, all those type of things. Iron skillet for steaks are all the way, and I have an air fryer. Well, yeah, I love my iron skillet. I love that. I get it nice and hot. I never clean it like I don't clean it with detergents or anything or soaps. I love to keep it seasoned. But my iron skillet, I've definitely been kicking butt with that. But it gets too smoky in my house with the way my house is. And so I want to get my Blackstone, griddle, like skillet top griddle. And I was doing that before we had the non-stick one back at my other house. And now that I'm in my new house here, I don't have the grill. So I'm going to be investing in that. But like I said, I have a list of things, guys. I like the air fryer, the grill, all those things. So lamb is a good balance of protein and fat. It looked like it did. That's the thing, that the steak looked more ribeye style. Like I saw a lot more fat in it versus like a sirloin or something. So, but I just saw that they had a lamb steak. Again, I don't know what cut it was, but if I get it, like I said, I'm going to try to share that with you guys. I'd like to maybe do another salmon night again. When you guys, if you remember, I did some pan-seared salmon. Came out really good. Really enjoyed it. So I may do that. I did skinless salmon, and it was the North Atlantic, like wild caught salmon or whatever, but it was skinless though. And I didn't mean for it to be skinless per se. It's not like I was like, I don't want to do skin. They had a good deal on it. It looked really good. Like the salmon didn't look off color. It looked good. And the price was good. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting it. And then when I got it home, I didn't even know it. And then I noticed it said skinless on there. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But I seared up both sides real good, seasoned it with the salt, and pepper, whatever. And it was really good. Really good. I enjoyed it. But for the most part, I definitely want to keep doing the steaks as much as I can. With Chuck steaks have helped me out to stretch the budget on steaks a little bit more. I think you guys know that a lot of you that's been following me from the beginning, I was eating a lot of hamburger. And I don't want to say I got burnt out on it. It's not the flavor, it's the texture of the hamburger. Like I've done different ways, and I don't know, there's something about the hamburger. But now lately, like the last time I did hamburger, I did only salt and cooked it up a certain way, and it wasn't bad. I don't know. We'll see. I've been kind of eating a lot more steaks lately. Like the Chuck steaks have helped me out. Chuck and top sirloin. How are my energy levels? So interestingly, you ask. Good thought there, Neil. Actually, today My energy screwed me over actually because I had steak last night and I woke up today. Like I went to bed at 4 a.m. because I'm like, yeah, it's like, I got home from work at like 2 a.m. and I'm like, hey, it's my Memorial Day weekend. Hell yeah. So I stayed up an extra couple hours instead of going to bed. Well, then I woke up at like 7:30 and I like had energy. I could not go back to bed. So I only got like 3.5 hours sleep today. And I got up and I'm like, I went in the house, like I was sitting there doing dishes and like, cleaning stuff and going around. And I'm like, man, like, so yeah, there's days, like I said, there's days when I'll have that kind of energy. And then there's some days when I'm sitting up and I'm a little slower to get up, but and like I explained to people, the lower energy days on carnivore are still like I still can muster the energy when I need it through the day because you still feel solid throughout the day. But today was energetic. So the fact that you brought that up, yeah, today I was actually like really energetic. And that was after a good steak dinner last night. So but I woke up and energy levels are doing good. Fasting or OMAD. So um I do what's natural, which means a lot of times I'm gonna fast because on average, as some of you know, I will. Okay, so I eat my dinners around 7 o'clock. I have a window because of my jobs. I can't just like I don't have a large time frame to eat, so I have to sort of take opportunities. So from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. is my only window of opportunity. Well, I can't eat at 10 because I'm getting ready to leave for work. So it's usually going to be anywhere from 7 to 9 o'clock for sure is what I'm going to eat. And it's more convenient for me to eat as soon as I get home. So, anyways, the reason why I bring this up is because that's like my main meal. I will work my second job, get home, go to bed. I'll wake up. Now, the way my body has been over the last 6 months, and I brought this up in many vlogs, I wake up and in the mornings, you know, 10, 15 minutes after I wake up, I start to feel a little hungry. I skip that meal. I skip my hunger in the mornings because it's never uncomfortable. It's a mild hunger. And I just don't really feel like eating in the mornings. I don't have time. I just don't really want to fool with anything. I don't really feel like it. And then about another 15 or 20 minutes after that initial hunger, that small hunger, it'll go away. And I'm solid until about 1, anywhere from 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Around 1 to 3, I start actually feeling a little more hungry again. And the kind of hungry where it's not uncomfortable, but it's the kind of saying, okay, you need to eat something, Josh. This is where I'll either have 2 hot dogs recently, or normally I love to have 2 hard-boiled eggs. Okay. So that will usually tide me over until 7, 8 o'clock when I get home. And my body, it's like when I get home, my body knows, hey, here's your window of opportunity to eat. I'm hungry. Let's go for it now. And that's when I'll have like my steak or ground beef. So yes, I'm usually fasting anywhere from, of course, I get done eating 8, 9 o'clock. So I won't eat anything else until 2 o'clock the next afternoon or something. So generally I'm doing fasting just out of my schedule and my hunger. Um, and OMAD, sometimes I'll do OMAD. Like if there's some days when I won't have that hunger, like 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon. I'll all of a sudden I'll be working and it gets to the end of my shift. And I'm like, hey, I didn't even feel like eating anything. I'll go home and have a meal. So how's the carnivore website going? I direct all my friends and family to that to educate them what I'm doing. So yes, thank you for bringing that up, Neil. Man, Neil has been dropping in Atkins. You guys are like all stars tonight. So let's take a look at the old website here, shall we? Let's bring this up. Oh, man. Just when it was coming up. There we go. All right. So let's pop this up here. All right. I'll actually kind of get out of the way more. But yeah, so you can see here, guys, this is allcarnivoreinfo.com. This is, again, this is where you can send people to learn everything that they need to know. That's what I wanted this website to be, is just like Neil was saying, or anybody, like if you have friends and family that want to know, this is like a directory. So they can click on, what is carnivore? And they can go here and they're going to see really the top 3 videos of the top 3 doctors, Barry, Chafee, and Baker. Like these guys are the 3 prongs, pitchfork, or whatever you want to call it, the Titan's fork of carnivore. Now, again, there's other carnivore doctors. I'm not trying to sell anybody else short, but I'm just saying these 3 here, this is really gonna, I didn't want to put too much in this just because I don't want to overwhelm people, but they can go here. And then of course they can go to health concerns. They can see all these videos like about cholesterol, all these type of stuff, diabetes, and of course there's, like I said, they can go in here, they can see the health concerns, miscellaneous information, the food pyramid stuff, lab results, these type of things. We get all kinds of videos submitted to us, and that's what I want. That's what I rely on you guys for. Supplies. If they want to go in here, look, there's a Ninja air fryer that I need. But yeah, like Redmond salt, like, when, and us as carnivores, when we talk about, egg white protein and beef gelatin and pork panko and iodine, we talk about all these things, food processors and blenders and xanthan gum. And, some people use xanthan gum, some people don't. But I'm saying, like, Dirty Carnivores recipes. So I wanted a place that they can find all the supplies. Carnivore foods. What are lists of the different acceptable foods? A lot of people want to know what are different acceptable foods, seasonings, all that type of stuff. And of course, video testimonials, right? Hey, what's going on? Good to see you making the live. So again, testimonials. This is a great place where we have a ton of testimonials. People can and see actual thing. Of course, there's donations. This is what helps fund the things. There's a shirt now, guys. If you want to get a shirt, that all proceeds for the website go to funding the website and for future carnivore projects. And of course, we've got multiple people that's on the wall already with multiple donations. Of course, list of carnivore YouTubers. So as we come across, people are submit carnivore YouTubers. Everybody in here. And of course, Meeting Wellness is one of the most recent ones. I was just on her channel the other day. Yesterday, we did an interview, and that was really good, like a live. If you guys didn't see that, go check it out. There's a whole recipe section. So again, all kinds of recipes. If you guys want local farmers, this is eventually going to be a list. There's nothing there right now, but we want to have you guys submit information for that. Rivero, Go Carnivore, Better Health. These are our health communities, right? Communities revolve around health and all that stuff. Anyways, as you guys can see, this was meant to be like a one-stop shop where people can have all these resources and direct them to these different things. Now, this website works with your guys' help. If you guys, I can't collect all of this information. Now, remember, these videos, by the way, this shouldn't upset anybody. If you're like, well, how are you going to steal everybody's videos? Don't worry. I didn't steal their videos. So, for example, if you wanted to watch Dr. Mason talk about the food pyramid, if you click it, look, it opens up a separate YouTube channel. He gets credit for the views. It's going to direct him to him. He can sell you all of his products or whatever links that he may have. Again, that's what's the beauty of this. My website, there's no ego involved. all I want to make sure is that we have pro carnivore / keto options for people to go and learn. That's what this is about, right? To help educate people and to send them in the right directory, the right place. Jose Mama loves to, I don't know. You need to go carnivore, Jose Mama. Are you doing this diet because that's what you like to eat? I'm doing this diet because that's the proper human food. There's no doubt about it. It's hands down, eating meat is the proper human food. Okay. Science can show you that. History can show you that. Anthropological records can show you that. Eating meat is the natural food. Okay. All diets work. No. No. All diets do not work. All diets, I would say this. I could probably lose weight on all diets, but it doesn't make you metabolically healthy. You see, I know many friends that are skinny. They have hardly any fat on them, but they have a lot of health issues. Okay. So, well, I mean, guys, be nice to Jose Mama. They've been around. They've been around, hanging out, commenting on my site for a long time. And, how come yours works? Again, I'm not saying it doesn't work for you. I'm saying if it works for you, great. But what you have to look at is long-term health, and your body may react to that. Again, the human body can adapt to multiple things. That's why we've been living off of carbs and sugars. And I love this. I love this saying. Humans are smart enough to make their own food, and we're dumb enough to eat it. Okay. All right. But yes, I mean, guys, it is true. Yes, you can eat anything, and you may go into your doctor and your blood levels may be all right for now, but a lot of times this is where you run into people that say, hey, like I developed this disease or this cancer or whatever. There's not really any long-term data for anything, to be honest with you. There really isn't. But when you have to start looking at common sense, and you have to start looking at proper human diet. That's like taking a rabbit who's eating grass and say, you know what? We're going to make some fake food for the rabbit, and then the rabbit's going to survive solely on this fake food and take him away from eating grass. Well, what do you think is going to happen to the rabbit? Even if that food is engineered to seem scientifically, healthy, but then eventually the rabbit starts to get cancer or have cholesterol issues, things like that. These are things that can, are a product of not eating the proper the species appropriate diet. So, and yes, Jose Mama, you don't eat processed foods. And that's a big part of it too. It really is. Like I said, you can eat, meat or, maybe a combination of meat and maybe fruits and vegetables, and you may appear to be healthy for many, many years. You may work out, and nobody's saying that you'll ever get to a point where you may not be. Who knows? But for the most people, a proper human species diet, it's not eating plants. We're not instinctually designed for that. Those are options for survival. Agriculture was a product of surviving, not a product of, hey, we want to eat healthier. We ate meat for thousands and upon thousands of years. We ate meat. But when the meat's not available, we had to forage for fruits and berries and nuts and insects or whatever we could sustain ourselves with, and created agriculture. But it wasn't never meant to be a long-term switch over into a diet. A lifestyle. Our natural lifestyle has always been human meat, and you can go back to the anthropological records as well when they test ancient human beings. So I eat one carb and I get called a vegan. No, I think it's just like, because, look, whenever you have a carnivore community and somebody comes in and starts kind of, speaking against the grain, usually most of the time it's going to be a vegan, but that's why you're going to get those comments. But look, it's all good here. I don't mind talking about the stuff. It's a healthy debate, it really is. But carnivore is not meant to be bad. It's villainized because the industry cannot make money at it. The food industry has become a business. Hospitals has become a business. Hospitals didn't start out like this type of business model. We're now in an industry, a modern time, when the big pharma and the hospitals are an industry. The food science, the sugar mafias, all of these things are, they make billions of dollars from these industries. So why would they want everybody why would they want everybody to turn carnivore? There's no profit in it. There's not. So they just came out with I don't know if you guys saw, they just came out with another article that said fasting can, like within an 8-hour window or something, you can lead 91% more heavier chance for heart disease or something. It's like, and then there was no science behind it. It wasn't even like a real article. Like there was no real science behind it. Like when you actually dig into the facts behind the article, there's nothing there. There's no substance. There's nothing even mildly. And even the study that it's referring to, the doctors even say in there that there was no real correlation between that. So, but when they get a headline out there that says, oh, fasting now has been linked to heart disease or whatever, it's like, what the hell? And that's what happens is you get a ton of these headlines, red meat causes cancer, red meat, leads to diabetes, red meat, it leads to heart disease, all of these. But when you dig into the facts, that's where arguments fall short. So, you guys, keep it, make sure if you guys, want to debate into things, don't get too rude to each other. Just keep it civil, because again, I like everybody. I do. And I never, like, Jose Mama has been around making comments for a while, and I don't mind. And I think there's times when Jose's been supportive of me. And then there's times when might give me a little bit of grief about some things and try to inch me towards something, and that's fine. I don't mind. Like I'm not going to block them. They have a right, in my opinion. I don't mind a little free speech. The only time is like when people start getting idiots about stuff and they don't really want to listen to things. Then I start maybe blocking them and stuff. But Jose's been around, so I'm cool. That's no big deal. But anyways, Neil, I appreciate Neil. I appreciate you bringing up the website, guys. The best thing you can do, seriously, is with the website. If you're out there and you see videos, educational videos, things that you like, testimonials, you see a YouTube channel, if you see something I'm missing on the website, hit me up. People have sent, I got links right now that I've got to get up some stuff. But there's a contact form right here. It says contact. Well, my picture's in the way, but it's right behind my chin on my picture up here in the upper right corner of your screen. There's a thing that says contact. You click on it. Look, right here. You got your name and email, and you just put the link in here. And you don't have to probably use a real name, just your email and your message. Just put a link in here. Say, hey, here's a channel that I really like. I didn't see it on your list of carnivore YouTubers. Whatever. But just send that to me. It's going to go to me and I will get the website. But this website is built by you guys as well, a community effort. Some of you guys have been submitting like some of the carnivore or the supply section. I've had people say, hey, put this ice cream maker on here. It really helps. Put this on here. Put, this link. They said, you guys have been helping to build this. And so I've been adding to it. And also the donations. I don't like to ask for money. I'm just saying the donations, if you do help, this is all going to help support the site only. The donations do not go into my pocket. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know that these go to funding the site, and they go to future projects. Meaning that after the funding, like after I pay the site, the website bill, and all that stuff, we hold on to the money to either continue paying the website, but any excess in the future, I've got some carnivore projects in mind that I think is going to be pretty fun, that you guys will be able to be a part of. So if we get to that point, if we not, we'll just continue to keep funding it. But this is all free. I want to keep it free to everybody. And again, local farmers. What this section is, guys, I have no submissions right now, but this section I eventually want to have where you guys are sending me and saying, hey, here is a local farm, like this person here, they publicly will either sell me or anything like local ranch type stuff that we can get on here. We want to put those things in here. The more we have in here, obviously the much more bigger of a database we can have. Again, I want this to be that one-stop shop for all your friends, family, relatives, even yourself that can come here. You got your supply sections to keep you going, like keep getting your supplies. You can come in here, keep looking at videos, keep helping submit things. Again, this is just something that's going to really help the community. Anyways, all right. I think that's all we really need to talk about on the website. I think you guys get it. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing when it comes to that type of stuff. So let's maybe you want to just put the picture back up here since we were talking about my results. You're in Australia. My butch started making beef tallow this week and was very happy about that. Beef tallow is the best. Oh yeah, I mean, anytime you can do things like that. Eunice, you said you will probably get blocked. Why? Because you Eunice is like, she just cracks the whip on me. That's all. She'll call it out. Like Eunice has been supportive of me all the way. But whenever I do get a little out of line, she'll be like, you're not trying hard enough. Like that kind of thing. Right. But that's good. That's good. That's what we're here for. I don't mind that. I really don't. Eunice, you're a sweetheart. I don't mind that. Yeah, keep going. I'll hit that 200 pounds. But yeah, I mean, guys, like I said, all of you guys have been so supportive. You really have. And I can't ask for a better group of people. You guys have been so amazing, seriously. And some of you can't always pop in on a daily basis, but some of you I'll see every once in a while. You'll come back around, make a comment, and it makes me feel happy. I miss some of you guys, and some of you guys comment daily. Again, I love every one of you guys. It's a lot of fun. You guys have really kept me going. Now, once my roommate gets his YouTube, he's trying to get it up and running. I think he's got to record a video or two, and then he's going to be able to start uploading stuff. And once he gets his YouTube journey, the cool thing about my roommate is his journey is going to be even more amazing than mine, because he's 6'2" and over 400 pounds. So I'm excited to see his journey and what that does for him. I can't wait. So you guys will want to follow his. I think the name of his YouTube channel is going to be something like I think it's going to be called The Carnivore Tales, but I don't know. I think that's what it was. But he's going to get up and run, and once I do, I will put the link in my videos in the description and stuff like that, where you guys can check that out. No, for Josh, that is why he will block me. Oh, you want exercise? Oh, you want exercise ideas? No, I don't. I'm telling. Look, it's not. Listen, I've done P90X, man. I've done easy stuff. Like, I get it, I I know, I understand all about exercising. Like, I specialized in it. I used to even help give advice to fit. I used to be like a fitness coach. Okay. I get it. I just don't like working out, man. And I don't have time. I just really don't. You guys, I have 3 jobs. I can't stress that enough. I get home, it's 7 o'clock. I have 3 hours to do stuff, to do things like to make dinner, to record a vlog, to clean, to catch up things around the house, to get other projects I got to do, edit videos, whatever. And then I got to be back. I got to go to my next job, like a little after 10 o'clock. And then I don't get home till 2 in the morning. And then I pretty much go home, get cleaned up, go to bed, and start my day over again. And then on my nights off, which is only a week, I do my filming with my show. So all I hear is excuses. Fuck you, man. So yeah, I don't want to come home to like my Monday through Friday type stuff, like 7 to 10. I just don't want to sacrifice any amount of time for working out. So, but one thing I'm going to tell you guys is financially, I'm looking at, sometime by the end of this year, if season 2 starts, doing even better than what we've been rolling out. I get a lot of money for celebrity appearances. So whenever I get those, the more it's kind of like the things that kind of keep ramping up, right? So the more stuff I do this coming up year, the more appearances I'm going to be booking later this year and into 2025. And so just to give you an idea is if I do like 2 appearances in a month, right? Let's say I do 2 appearances in a month, and let's say one appearance is a 1-day event and maybe another one's like a 3-day event. Well, that's $4,000. I typically average about $1,000 a day in appearance type stuff. So if I do like the whole celebrity appearance stuff, again, if it's a 3-day event, the last one I did 3 days, I netted $3,600. The 1-day event I did the last time, I netted like 1,000. So again, it seems to average about 1,000 a day. The point what I'm making is I'm not bragging or anything. I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is, coming up into this next cycle of the end of 2024 and 2022, I'm looking at to where I'll be able to start booking enough appearances to probably quit my second job, which will free up a lot more evenings, which is going to help for the show. It's going to help for working out. I'll have more evening time. So I'm about to replace my second job is what I'm trying to get at, guys. So all I'll be doing is my day job and then my filming. And then eventually, if things keep going on a good trajectory, it'll be nothing but filming and touring. So that'll be fun. Ribeye is on the menu. Yeah, soon. That'd be nice. We'll see, though. Like I said, with my roommate, right now I'm floating all the bills for us because I wanted him to move down here. I wanted him to get on Carnivore, and I wanted him to join the show. And he's getting ready to start his job after Memorial Day weekend. So once he starts making money, that's going to free up more bills, more money. So a lot of things will start happening soon, guys. But look, we've been on this live for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I love hanging out with y'all. I'm glad y'all been sticking around. If you got any personal questions you want to ask me, anything you want to ask me, start getting them in now so we can start to kind of wrap up. Anything you want to know, I don't care. I'm on lives. I'm pretty open with you guys. I don't normally like to talk about my personal stuff on my daily vlogs because I want that to always focus on Carnivore. I don't want it to be about me. But on lives, this is like our chance that we get to all hang out, and just get to know each other and all that stuff. Did you check Sam's Club website for your area store meats? Yes, Eunice. I didn't go to Sam's Club yet, but I did actually talk to my roommate about. I told him like, hey, we're gonna go to Sam's Club and look at getting a membership and stuff. So we are going to be doing like this because I don't have a Costco. Because all of you, like, that's the two biggest things I can hear all the time from you guys: Costco and air fryers. Okay, but I don't have a Costco, and I'm not doing the hour and a half trek to a Costco with a cooler and all this other. Maybe someday, because I do travel for my filming. Maybe I will, but hey, I'm glad you got to pop in there. But yeah, so yes, Eunice, I'm gonna be doing the Sam's Club at least. Okay. Yes. Well, even like Costco, if I had a Costco 20 miles away from me, I would do that too. Like, it would be pretty cool. But no, I would like to. I'm in Northeast Tennessee, folks. Okay. They need to get a Costco here. Somebody tell Costco they need to come to Northeast Tennessee. All right. But yes, I have Sam's Clubs, near me and stuff. So I will. We're gonna do that. I did talk to my roommate about it. Did I miss anything else on questions? Let me back up a little bit. This is okay. This is when you guys were talking there. Oh, Neil, you found my channel through Rick Van Man. Yeah, no, I love Rick. I miss him. I know he came back with some more videos again on his one channel. That's pretty cool. Neil, did you ever see the vlog I did when I snuck into his studio when he was building the new studio? That's like my favorite. I guess maybe I always blame, like, it was like shortly after that when he quit doing the carnivore vlogs. I'm like, man, that's like, did he not like that or something when I snuck into his studio? I love that video. It was so fun. It was so cheeky of me to do. I love it. And it was clever too. I really had to like work on that stuff. I had to figure that out. But if you haven't seen it, man, it's great. Oh yeah, you did see. Yeah, I know. It was like one of my favorite videos. I can't remember which day it was, but I can't remember. But guys, it was so funny. I snuck into like another YouTuber studio, and I did a good job. It was funny, and he's like in England, so that kind of was like the joke. And like I snuck in and did my daily vlog like in his studio while he was downstairs, and it was hilarious. Yeah, stopped all the surprises. Let's see, did I miss anything? I know some carnivores don't do yogurt, but full fat. Okay, so Greek yogurt. Let me tell you, that's a hard pass for me, man. I can't do Greek yogurt, man. I tried that stuff and it tasted like crap, man. I'm sorry, I can't do Greek yogurt. I can't. I mean, it's probably good to cook with. Like, I'm sure there's recipes. Like, again, it's almost like a sour cream, right? That's what it kind of reminded me of. It was like some kind of alternate sour cream or something. It was definitely not anything I felt like yogurt should be or even resemble, like, in that sense. I know some of y'all like it. I'm not trying to dig on you too much on it. It's just, look, I'm very set in certain ways, and I'm pretty flexible. Like, you guys have kind of helped me out with some suggestions, and I've taken some of your suggestions. You guys have really helped me out on a lot of things. But man, there's just some things I'm like, F you guys. Sorry. I love you, but I love you guys. But some of it's going to be no. Some of it's going to be a no. Put something in it like whey protein. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I honestly, I really want to go lion diet. I really do, guys. I was really starting to feel a lot better in this last week when I was pretty much just eating those steaks with like salt and a few pats of butter on top. I was really starting to feel a lot better. And tomorrow's gonna be steak night. Man, top sirloins. I'm looking forward to that. It's like drinking buttermilk. Yeah, I don't never was a big buttermilk fan either. Like I could make like buttermilk biscuits back in the day and stuff like that, like cook with it, but drink it. No, I tried it one time. I'm like, because in my mind, right, I'm thinking butter, love butter, milk, love milk. This should be awesome. Man, I sipped that I hit that buttermilk one time. Oh my god. I was like, oh god, brr. Oh man. Yeah. I I don't know. It's one of those things like when you like I love to cook. So you try a lot of seasonings or a lot of ingredients. You try them. You try them how they are. That way, it's kind of part of that building profiles and stuff. But first time I ever tried buttermilk, man, I just thought the theory sounded good to me, like buttermilk. That's got to be great. Yes, use Greek recipes or Greek yogurt. It needs to be in recipes. And again, some people might like that. I have been doing some butter bites again, but I feel like I still don't even need the butter bites anymore. But I did make them because again I knew my roommate was going to be starting carnivore, so I wanted to have butter bites in the fridge. And I got a mold that is kind of like a Hershey bar kind of mold where you can break it in pips, like little square pips. So, but guys, again, just to sum up, I weighed in yesterday and I came in at 247. I started November 27th of last year, 180 days, like 6 months. I started at 315 pounds. So I've lost a total of about 68 pounds total for 6 months. Measurements lost quite a bit, obviously, size wise. You can obviously see here in my picture, you can see one of my starting, like a picture that was, somewhat before I started, when me at my heaviest. And then middle, this is about halfway through. And then, of course, where I'm at right now. And you can see the differences in my head and gut areas and things like that. Just all in all, you can even see here if you look at the way my arm sort of hangs there compared to the way my arm is hanging now, a little more straight down. It's not as gapped out because of the meat and fat over here under my shoulder area. Now it's a little thinner here, so my arm hangs down a little better at my side. So and that does remind me too is go carnivore Trump 24. Man, why you're gonna bring politics into this? Okay. What did Eli say? Trump 24 carnivore act like a lion, bring back our men, bold and brave. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I try not to talk politics. I think, look, if you live in America and you see, I don't think you have to live in America to see what's going on. Right now, America's been kind of the laughing stock of the world, which a lot of countries looked up to America, and rightly so. We had a lot of cool things that we did, and led the way in many things in certain respects, and I think we all respected a lot of other people's traditions and stuff too sometimes, but now we've sort of been the sort of laughing stock of the world sometimes. And if you don't believe me, you can easily look up what some of the other countries are starting to parody our president. It's sad. It's sad. Yeah, God, I feel sorry for Canada. Yeah, I mean Trudeau. God, you got Trudeau. Jeez. But again, when it comes to politics, guys, I don't. I'm not gonna like give you shit for whoever you side with. I'm more of common sense, right? I look at facts. I'm very factual based. And I think carnivores in general are that way. I think because a lot of us had to sort of get past the lies and deception, the mainstream medicine. So I think a lot of us are critical thinkers and free thinkers. And I think also we got kind of past a lot of the lies and mainstream media lies about the government and stuff. So I think a lot of us are on that same type of thing. But yeah, Eunice is like, no politics. See you later. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying not to get too much into that. I'm just kind of letting you guys know that I try to keep a neutral ground here for that because again, everybody's got kind of their own little takes and things like that. Um, yeah, and so I understand like what your positions may be, but I'm gonna respect no matter what. So if people come on here and they want different parties, different sides, I'm not gonna stress about all that. All I say is keep things civil. If you want to talk those type of things, those are things that we can look at discussing on a different platform, for sure. But nice. Nice. A dinner meetup in Austin with Chafee and Steak and Butter Gal. That sounds cool. That does. It's weird how like in the carnivore community we have like celebrities within the carnivore community now. You know what I mean? It's so weird. Um, but I mean it's true. Like and the thing is that Chafee and look and I didn't like Steak and Butter Gal, I mean, they created the Steak and Butter Gang, like those over there. Um, I always forget some of their names because again, there's so many names out there. But I know who you're talking. Like I know the people. I watch their videos, and they do good work. They really do really good work. They've helped out a lot of people. Like I said, Ken Berry, the lives that all of us are trying to save. But like again, Ken Berry and Baker and Chafee on the even the Steak and Butter Gal, 5 Minute Body, Meeting Wellness, Aaliyah, all the people I meet, everybody, Dave Mack, you know, everybody's trying to get as much information out there and save people as much as possible, and it's so cool. It really is. I'm not neutral. I'm the patriarchy, but love our men and women around the world. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just I look. I'll share my view. I'll share my view on people in general, right? So I'm a middle aged white guy. That's not my fault. That's how life is. I don't hold people accountable for the color of their skin. I mean, hello, that's dumb. Like, why would you be mad at a black guy for being black? Okay. Now, or anybody, right? Now, the way I look at it is I go by the golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated, right? Respect. And I'm nice to everybody. I don't care if you're gay, trans, uh, black, Asian, whatever. I don't care. Whatever you are, that's you. That's fine. I don't care. I care about children. I don't think any child should be subject to any other things besides education, like factual education. You know, history that's fact based, not opinion based, math, science that we know, these things, English, the rules of English, writing, all those things. I think that that's fair. Like, I think let kids be kids, learn education, teach them facts, and keep all your opinions out of it. When they become adults, if they want to go and be trans or be gay or not be gay or whatever, that's their choice. Adults. Again, I'm that way. I'm that kind of person where it's like, you do what you want to do, you be you. Like, but you don't have to sit there and thrust it upon children and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't care. Like, I'm easy to get along with, guys. So that's how I've always looked at it. Like, I'm like that, and I've got friends of all colors, and I've got gay friends. In fact, I've got a gay couple on my show. I've got a black guy on my show. I got, it don't matter. Like, I don't care. So, you know, anyways, I like everybody, unless you're an asshole. That's my test. If you're an a-hole to me, I'm going to be an a-hole to you. That's how it is. I don't care what you are. Like, don't matter. So, Anyways, I know we kind of talked a little bit. We kind of started getting into some hot topics, but I mean, we should be able to talk about things like that. I mean, it shouldn't be that big a deal, right? Yeah, exactly. Leave the kids alone. No indoctrination. Like I said, and I just think that's fair. Like, I don't think that's much to ask. Like, again, my opinion is you teach the kids school education, not opinions, not, they don't need to learn about, in the human biology is simple. There's a male and a female. They reproduce, these type of things. There's a biological science to our species. You teach that. If they get older and they want to go against the grain and they want to do something different, and a male wants to become a female, again, if you're an adult, you want to do that, have at it. I don't care. It's not me, you know. You're not. I'm not going to go do it. If you want to do it, fine. I don't care. But I don't see what the problem is. That's why I don't get it when people start arguing about stupid shit like that. It's like, this stupid. It really is. Um, and anyways, all right. Any other last minute as we start to wrap it up? Any other last minute questions or things like that? If you guys have any more last minute questions for me, try to hurry up and get them in there, because I do want to wrap this up, guys. Like, this is a long live, but I'm glad we've been having hanging out, talking a lot of stuff, learning a lot about you guys. And I don't know, we haven't heard from Jose in a while. I don't know if y'all ran Jose Mama off, but um, but no, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome. Seriously, I love this. I am gonna probably get off here, and what am I gonna do? I might play a video game. I don't always get a chance to play some video games. I might play a little bit of game. I might even stream a game. I don't know. We'll see. I've got different projects I got to get to as well. But sometimes you just got to take a little time off. It's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, exactly. What am I playing? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So I do play a game called War of Rights at times. It's a Civil War game. Um, it's really cool. Uh, I do play that, and I had a league. I'm part of like a regular like regiment. We get together on certain nights and have private, like, these large matches that involve a couple hundred people. So I'll play like the War of Rights, Civil War game, and then like tonight I just fell short of leveling up my guy. Like, I just felt so, like, I almost want to just go play like one public match tonight, just so I can like level up. And but anyways, I do that, and then like lately I've been streaming on my Twitch. I do like a Twitch channel sometimes and I don't really have a lot of followers on it. I just Twitch it just for fun. Like, I don't. It's not a business. I don't try to get a bunch of followers, but like, I'll Twitch out Fallout New Vegas lately. I've been kind of enjoying some Fallout stuff. So I thought the show was pretty decent. So the TV show that came out recently of the Fallout series, they just did season 1, and it was pretty good. So it kind of made me want to start playing Fallout. So I got into an older Fallout game. So I did Fallout New Vegas. But I'll play. I don't play a lot of video games, to be honest with you, because again, I spend a lot of time doing projects. But so the Mass Effect series is a epic series. It really is. Mass Effect is one of those where every so often there's a series of games that come out that are just epic, like any of the Elder Scrolls, like the Oblivion Gate, Skyrim, anything like that. Like the obviously like Grand Theft Auto are, and you got your Red Dead. There's certain ones, Fallout. Right, the Fallout on Prime Video. That's what I was talking about. The season 1 But yeah, Fallout series. If you start with Fallout 3, then New Vegas, Fallout 4, those are epic series. So there's just certain sets of games that are just in general pretty good, and Mass Effect was one of those as well. It was a few different games. I think it was what, three of them or something for sure, but they're pretty epic in scope and pretty big games. So you'll have fun with that. I was in it first, but Fallout was decent. Yeah. But in any case, guys, I'm probably going to get off here. Again, now that we opened up the video game topic, now I'm going to go play something. So, but in any case, all right, guys, I will see you all later. It's been amazing hanging out with you all. You guys have an amazing night. Having a great rest of your weekend. And for those of you, even if you're not in America, we do celebrate Memorial Day. This is Memorial Day weekend. And all that means is we honor those that fell for our country. So any country you're in, make sure you take a little moment, say a prayer, and honor the men and women that fought for your country. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.